gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
So that leads me into my next topic. This clip has gone viral, and sisters are very upset that this clip of black men in suits has gone viral. And they're pretty much saying that these brothers ain't doing nothing. All they did was just pull up for a photo shoot, when we all know it's the sisters who are the ones who just pull up for photo shoots and then ain't doing shit. You know, and these brothers actually responded. So what I'm going to do is kind of show that, hey, it's some brothers out here trying to do good, but they're getting ridiculed. So as you guys can see, they dressed up their kids. They showed them how a man dresses. You know, goes up. Obviously, these brothers are part of black fraternities, very connected, doing the right thing. But it is ridiculed. Okay, it goes on for a minute. All right, that's a very long line. But anyways, as you guys can see, this woman says, "Son, Dad, can we toss the pig skin today?" Dad says, "No, come on. Now put on the suit so we can stand in line and salute the camera." So she's basically giving off the impression that, you know, these niggas ain't doing nothing. Just because they in suits, it don't mean shit, right? That is what the impression that she is trying to give off, okay? And it's very disrespectful. She says, while they're thinking they're revolutionary, she said, "Who is this white kid? Somebody's stepson, I suppose." Now, here is the brother who is responding, and he is saying, "Hey, we are actually out here doing something for the community." And then after his response, I'm going to show you what these female teachers are doing for the community.
I was just really caught off guard by how many people like asking this question just because they see brothers together. That's like what they're doing in the community. And like we do a lot of stuff in the community. Like we went to New York, we did the partnership with KIPP Charter Schools and taught 250 boys about entrepreneurship, starting a business, shooting content. We partnered with Jermaine when we was in Africa to help to assist with the school that they're trying to do in Kumasi and dropping the wells there. Right. When we went to Baltimore, we partnered with Synergy Baltimore, feeding those in need in West Baltimore. I mean, in Dallas, we did a partnership with the Dallas Mavs that was actually at this flash mob with all of the, you know, where all the brothers was lined up. Don't nobody ask those questions. Like they come at us in a sense of like, y'all ain't doing nothing. Like, why do we even have to do anything? Why can't we just be brothers together? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we just have positivity within our community? We choose to put suits on. Nobody ever said that the only way to be successful as a man is to wear a suit. But it's definitely, no matter what community, no matter what culture you're from, it's definitely a difference of how you carry yourself when you put a suit on versus when you don't, right? And like that's the thing that just kills us. Like why are so many people dragging us because we're together, we're a community, we are putting ourselves to a different standard, and we also bringing the best out of each other when we in these circles and we in these communities. Like that's what needs to be talked about. They need to ask us those questions versus making such demonstrative statements that demean us as black men because they don't do their own research, right? Do the research. Research will help you out.
Yeah, so this brother responds, and I think that was a great response. But notice, if they were in some Thug Max Alpha Simp clothes, as I like to call it, sagging their pants, you know, hat cocked to the side, not wearing top hats, you know, just acting a fool in some Thug Max Alpha Simp attire, the sister be like, "Oh my God, they so fine, da 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 da, heart eyes, who's the third nigga?" That is the type of rhetoric that you would hear from them. So it's hard in the community because you can't win for losing. Now I'm going to show you how a lot of these children are disadvantaged pretty much at birth. And this one is going to be very painful to watch. This is the poisoning of our children. And it's happening on social media. It's happening in real life. It's happening in these schools. These teachers are weirdos, okay? I want you guys to understand these teachers are weirdos. Homeschool is preferred. Sending your kids to these indoctrination camps is a no-no, and I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna show you why here as well.
What's your song? I'm at top. Ooh. Yeah. My red light. No. It's trying to see me. It's trying to see me. It's trying to say what's up. Go. Downtown. Going downtown. Ooh. All right. Let's say, girl. Ooh. 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 That's how you know. Ooh. I said, you look good out, no makeup, no lashes, even you awake. Oh, funny. Oh. Oh. Ooh, ooh. 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 Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, yeah.
All right, so that is a clip there. Now what I want to hone in on, and obviously these children are innocent, but the issue is the song that she was singing, guys. The song that she was singing, and I have the lyrics pulled up for you guys. We're gonna complete the lyrics, and the fact that she even knows this song, is aware of this song, is a huge problem. It's a parenting problem, and then it's also the teacher's problem, because she's encouraging, she's laughing, she's like, yeah, that, like, it's not right. But they're getting on the brothers for wearing suits, gathering, and doing an event that they were actually reaching out to the youth for, but everybody on social media seems to think this is cute. All right, especially the black women. All right, I held a panel on my TikTok asking about this, and they said, I don't see no problem with it. These kids got to grow up somehow anyway. They hearing it anyway. No, they're not. Unless you're playing it with them and exposing it to them. So let's listen up.
What's your song? I'm at top. Ooh.
So she asked her, what's her song? And for those of you who do not know what that song is, it is a song sang by a woman named Sexy Red. Okay. And Sexy Red is a female hip hop artist. She's pretty trash, but she has been elevated to pretty much top 5 female rappers in the game right now. And she's pretty talentless, but she has a song called Pound Town, and it has gone viral. Okay. And the part that this young lady sang, it starts off with, I'm out of town, I'm thugging with my round. Okay, for one, she's thugging, which is interesting. And for two, the second bar in this song is, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. So obviously she knew to stop at that part, which that means she is aware of what follows that first line, which makes me believe that maybe her mom or a parent coached her up to say, hey, you can say it around me, but don't say it when you get in public. Don't say it when you get in school. I'm cool with you saying it and listening to it and laughing around with it and all, but when we get in public, don't say it. That's what that gives off to me. All right?
Yeah. No. It's trying to see me. It's trying to see me. It's trying to say what's up.
All right. So you have another little girl who is singing the Ski Yee song, another song by Sexy Red. Why are these kids who are extremely young listening to this type of music? It's beyond me. But the song goes, if you see me and you trying to say what's up, Ski Yee. As you guys heard in the classroom, every child knew what was being said. they ended up saying the ski thing as well at the end. The second bar, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck. Bitch looking bad and got a stupid butt. Okay? Jewelry on your wrist, fuck it, hold it up. When I holla ski, that means pull up. Cars 75 and they fast as fuck. I'm looking good when I'm hopping out the truck. Where the hood niggas at that got them bucks? So, guys, I mean, I ask you, if these kids are hearing this type of music at such a young age, and then this one, you know her mama letting her sing this song.
Downtown, going downtown.
Pound town. You have, I mean, what appears to be a 4 or 5 year old, maybe 6, talking about some Pound Town. And like I told you guys, the song goes Pound Town, just left Pound Town with my nigga. He just took a bitch down. So she knows the Pound Town part. And then the rest of it, Emmy out. I mean, let's keep it a buck. She knows what comes after that. But like I said, they've been coached up not to say certain parts in public. So when the kids are enabled by their parents, and then the teachers also are encouraging it, and yes, this teacher is a black woman. You can hear it in her voice. I don't want anybody, how you know she a black woman? Come on now. Let's keep it a buck. Then the kids are set up for failure. Chaotic, what's your take?
Gen Z, do you really want to know what my take is, sir? Do you? I'm trying not to curse, but if I may, this teacher is a straight up nigga bitch. The problem that I see here in this classroom, in this isolated event, because I don't want to say that this is a nationwide problem. Now, pre-K is pre-kindergarten. So these are 4, 3, and 4-year-olds. These kids have no idea what they are saying. However, subconsciously, these evil and vulgar lyrics from this demon of a woman, Sexy Red, is creeping into their brain. And eventually it's going to manifest in the physical realm, not now, but maybe 5 years from now, maybe 6 years from now when these kids reach puberty. Because those lyrics are very sexual in nature. So the teacher here should be not only fired, but her state license should be revoked. And what I say is this: it is up for black people, particularly entertainers, athletes, etc., to boycott this woman, to put this woman on a billboard and say, listen to all the rap you want to listen to as an adult. But what we're not going to do is poison the mind of the youth. So whoever this teacher is, Shaquita, Mammy, as I call her, should be punished by the people. And I wish, and maybe I'm gonna look her up, because maybe that's what people like you or I should start doing. Punishing these people through social media. Because this is absolutely, and I mean absolutely, some evil stuff here. Even the fact that this little girl right here is dancing like a stripper. It's repulsive, it's disgusting. And you would think that a black man, and I'm assuming that these kids all have their fathers in their life. I don't want to say that these kids are just from single parent households because I don't know.
The odds are they are.
But if one of these little girls was my daughter and I saw this, now listen, I'm not a tough guy, but I am stupid, like Gen ZX. I would have went up there and ragdolled that nigga bitch for that. Because you don't want your kids, you don't want a drag queen in front of these kids. You don't, what next? And what is going on in this room is sexually vulgar. Yeah. And I'm surprised the director of this daycare, and she's probably a nigga bitch too, I'm surprised nobody has said this is absolutely wrong. But see, the problem in what I see in the black community is that you will be vilified. Oh, why are you talking against rap? Ain't nothing wrong with rap. No, there is something wrong with rap.
Oh yeah, big time.
And it's not for children. These aren't even kindergarten. These are daycare kids.
Right.
And shame on the mothers and the fathers for not ragdolling this teacher for this, because this is absolutely egregious. Go ahead, sir.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
No, I've been long.
Yeah, and I mean, if you thought this was bad, I mean, the next video that I have for you guys is, I mean, it exemplifies everything that is wrong in the community. It shows the negative effects of these single mother households. It shows the negative effects of just embracing hip hop culture to the fullest and then teaching it to your children, which it appears it's a two-way street where you have hood niggas, black men, doing the same with their young boys, and then you have these sisters who are, on the other hand, teaching the sexual liberation, black female sexual liberation agenda to their daughters. So shout out to Denzel for the $5 Cash App. He says, we just need more after school programs.
Oh, say less.
Yeah, and I mean, although I appreciate your contribution, Denzel, I don't think that is gonna get us to the promised land, brother, because after school programs aren't gonna fix what's going on at home. Let's watch.
He just ate my ass, he wanna switch. Now I'm eating his ass, eating a nigga. He just ate my ass.
So there you have it. If you didn't hear, guys, I will repeat it. Unfortunately, my ears are burning, but she says, and she's singing a song by Suki Hunna, a good friend of Sexy Reds, by the way. She says, he just ate my ass. He wants to switch. Now I'm eating his ass. Eating his ass. We be eating niggas' asses. And her justification for singing this song, listening to this song, playing with this song, and rehearsing videos on TikTok with her daughter, which they probably filmed multiple times. So her daughter had to hear this song multiple times. Probably heard the whole song by now. Her justification was me telling my daughter everything because she's my only friend. So if that doesn't tell you this is a single mother household, I don't know what else does. All right. So here's the issue. She's telling her daughter that she's involved with a man who allegedly is, they're trading, tossing each other salad. Inappropriate for a young girl to hear. Inappropriate for her to even acknowledge that her mother is doing sexual things in general. And I mean, it's just ridiculous while she is wearing the bonnet as well. All right. It's just the nail in the coffin for these single mother households. All right. And the problem is she is having relations with another man, which if that man was willing to marry her, then we don't have a problem with it. But once you have a child and now you're involving another man in that situation, we all know that the statistically, the likelihood of abuse skyrockets by, if I'm not mistaken, 34%. Okay. So when you invite a non-familial male into the household as a single mother, you increase the likelihood of abuse of that child by 34%. So there's so many things going wrong with this. And this young lady is already put at a disadvantage. And you can tell by her shirt, she's also teaching her the black woman is God, black woman is queen agenda. But how can you couple that with listening to music like this around your child? How can you teach your daughter the black woman is queen, the black woman is God, and then also on the other hand, Pound Town just left Pound Town, go fuck any nigga that you want to for money, and eat a nigga's ass, we be eating nigga's ass? How can you couple the black female is the goddess rhetoric and an agenda with doing this? It's just completely backwards. It's an oxymoron. It just doesn't work, and it's leading these children down a path of destruction. These are the parents, guys. These are the parents. Believe it or not, that's what we have as parents in the community, and you wonder why shit is so bad. Shout out to Denzel again with the $10 Cash App. Denzel is about to be a damn sponsor of the stream, okay? So he says for that, that was sarcasm, my bad, bro. Oh, okay. So he's saying the after school program thing was sarcasm. Okay, gotcha. Well, I appreciate your input, and keep the donations coming. I'm gonna keep reading you guys' donations. As you guys know, I am shadow banned. I am censored on YouTube. I am demonetized. They won't let me earn a coin on this app. So if you will, hit the Patreon, the GoFundMe, buy the merch, cop the merch, really, because I really want to see y'all in some Trump is a Blood t-shirts. But appreciate the donation, Denzel.
I keep telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani.
So Chaotic, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Now seeing this and seeing the parenting that we have in the community, and I'm not done.
Yes, sir.
What percentage of the single mothers do you think are doing this type of thing where they're listening to inappropriate rap music in front of their children, maybe even participating in singing these songs and involving their kids in the toxic rap culture, as we call it? What percentage of single mothers do you think are really involved in this type of nasty business here?
Let me break it down like this. Overall, assuming that a kid was born, we're talking about young, under the age of 18, right? So we're talking about a kid that's born between 2016 and now, born to either a millennial mother, Gen Z, and what's the other generation? Overall, if you mix, or even Gen X, right? Because some Gen Xers gave birth in 2000. Gen Xers gave birth in 2004, or I'm sorry, 2005 on up. I would say overall, maybe 50%.
Yeah.
Now, if you take away Gen X, millennial, and Gen Z are left, then obviously the percentage might go up.
Mm-hmm.
Millennial women, you're talking about the oldest millennial women are 41, 42, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about an older woman who probably still listen to, she probably still listen to Sade,
Anita Baker, Erykah
Badu.
Yeah.
Now, your
Lauryn
generation, Lauryn Hill, your generation of women, brother, please forgive me. It's probably 75 to 80%.
We're cooked.
Because they believe it's normal. So any single mother who's a part of Generation Z, about 80%, unfortunately, who have children. So I would give it about 80%. And my number is just based on an arbitrary measurement.
Right. Anecdote, observation.
Observation. Going to, being a teacher. But yeah, man, it's really bad. And what's even crazier about it is the belief that this is normal. Like that's what's even insane about it.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely. And it's probably gonna get worse. I don't know what the generation after you is, but it's probably gonna get worse when the upcoming generation starts to have children. And I gotta say it, man, I think that men have gotten, either men are really stupid now. They embrace this culture so much that they don't see anything wrong with it. But me seeing this is child abuse at the highest level, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. And here's the thing. Here's the catch-22 with this sexual revolution, glorification of the modern woman, specifically the modern black woman agenda. Here's the issue. Men who don't have control over their sexual urges, all of this benefits them. All of this benefits the men who are basically, who the women complain about, who are deadbeats, who are just fucking and leaving, who are that this culture benefits those very men. So they're not going to say anything about it, and they're going to stand on their hotep shit because, like a guy like Brother Polite, he's going to stand on that shit because it gets him pussy, it gets him laid. So if he tells a black woman, stop being sexually liberated, then who am I going to fuck? Yeah. So these guys who are hoteps and all this, even Dr. Umar, and sometimes he has said some things that would make you think that he's on this side of the internet, at least listening, lending an ear. But even him, he's got baby mamas and all that shit too. So, a lot of hypocritical things going on in the community, especially with our quote unquote civil rights leaders. And, we talk about the men and where are the men and the fathers need to be in the home. Well, when the women are choosing the wrong fathers, the fathers that are going to be in the home are going to look something like this.
Now, I have my opinions on this one. Now, this is a little bit different, but I'll tell you what I think here.
Yeah.
All right, so that music is copywritten, so we don't want to get in trouble. But go ahead.
Now here goes. Now this may sound really weird because I saw this last night. Okay, let me be. Now the music, in my opinion, is deplorable, but these guns are fake, or even if they were real, it's a thing of 2A, right? Yeah. We see people of all races. They have their babies, their infants in photos with them holding all types of rifles. I get that there's an element of gangsterism here, but I don't. This is a tough one for me.
Yeah, and I know the confliction that you're having. You're saying, the white boys, they hold their firearms and they're going out hunting. But here's the thing: we all know in the community, niggas don't hunt. Niggas, when they have guns, they're hunting for other niggas. So you're teaching your kid and predisposing your kid to basically, thinking that playing with guns is cool, this money rap culture, and that's what it's really doing. And I think it's a detriment because, for one, you got the fake champagne and all this kind of stuff. Like they're in the club, like. Why do give them a box? Give them what happened to Capri Sun? What happened to the grape juice box? I'm cool with the prop money, like that's cool. And even if you had, I don't know, maybe water gun fight or a Nerf gun thing. But I just think that gun, for one, is just too blatantly. It just gives a bad view. And if these kids grow up, which we know. I wouldn't be surprised if within the next 18 months, 3 of these niggas in this video are dead. If these kids grow up and they get involved in the culture that their parents, it's obvious that their parents are hood niggas. Only hood niggas will think of some shit like this. And then you can just see by the swag and all that kind of stuff, nigga with gold teeth. If these kids follow in their father's footsteps, they're doomed. They're doomed.
This is.
Taking the Dave and Buster's. This ain't it.
This is pretty ignorant. You're right. It's because, like you say, you see the white families with the kids. It's like even with the way they're using the guns here, it's like it's like they're waving them all around, like the parents are showing how to hold it. And
that's not how you hold a gun. That's not how you hold a gun. Putting it to your ear
on the fire and all that.
If you put a gun to your ear and release that trigger,
Yeah.
you're gonna blow your fucking eardrum.
Yeah.
And they're not saying hold the gun like this. You have the little boy holding it like this. No, when you are teaching gun safety, and that's a huge issue. That's why the video that I played in the beginning, I don't know if you saw it, but it was a video that I did in the past. It was about gun safety. The kids were doing the same thing. They're playing, acting like they're in a music video with a real gun. Now, what happens when they're 15, 16, 17? Say, man, when I was a kid, we had parties like this. They're going to be looking at this video, you know, with social media, all that stuff. When I was a kid, we had parties. We were doing the prop gun shit. Now they want to be little rappers and they're using real guns in their videos. They're going to fucking kill somebody because they were never taught how to actively, you know, actually deal with a firearm practically.
Yeah.
And, you know, safely.
Do you think that large numbers of blacks are mentally retarded? And I mean like actually mentally retarded, like functional. It's like functionally retarded. Maybe that's what's going on here. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely believe that there's a large population that are literally retarded, but I don't think it's their fault.
Yeah,
I think a lot of parents are being what is it? The parents are not being good parents, and they're setting their kids up for fatal or for failure. You know, from the jump, we talk about fetal alcohol syndrome. Remember, we did the story on the woman who went into the Kroger and she's pregnant and she goes into the Kroger and she goes and gets some alcohol and she's trying to get drunk. She's trying to get fucked up and all this kind of stuff. What is that called? You drink while the child, one drop of alcohol can cause fetal alcohol syndrome. That leads to neurological disabilities. That leads to functional disabilities. That leads to genetic disabilities, genetic mutations of your of the formation of your face, your brain development. Some of these mothers are doing crack when the kids, you know, we heard of crack babies in the 80s, right? Well, now they're fentanyl babies. It ain't just crack no more. Now they're fentanyl babies.
Yeah.
Kids are getting fucked up before they even started. They're getting exposed to drugs before they even started. So, and then I had a clip the other day of a woman who was passing a bunk blunt. I played it in the last live stream. She was passing a bunk blunt to young kids. I mean, they're super young. Okay. Like 5 and 10 years old. And if you guys don't know what a bunk blunt is, it is a blunt of marijuana rolled in a tobacco leaf that is laced with either cocaine or crack. So if you have the parents who are exposing their children to drugs, alcohol at a very young age, and some of these single mothers are using alcohol to put their kids to sleep.
Yeah.
Then that is what causes the mental retardation. And then from there, it's like, okay, it's OV. It's OV. So I think a lot of that's going on. I don't believe that it's just like, okay, we're just genetically predisposed. I think that we are making horrible parenting decisions, horrible maternal decisions that are leading to the destruction of our people inside and out. Yeah, man.
This is absurd, actually. Like, the more I look at it now, it's almost like I don't know if you're familiar with the movie "Don't Be a Menace to South Central" while drinking your juice in the hood. It's almost like we are living in that now, and
absolutely,
like this is "Don't Be a Menace to South Central" right here.
It's literally a Boondocks episode.
Yeah.
It is an episode of the Boondocks, a never-ending episode. They need to bring that series back because they were spot on about every damn thing. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous. So I want to go into my next story, which it pretty much exemplifies what these kids are gonna turn into with parenting like this. Okay, so as you can see, I've spoken about the bullying in black schools. I've spoken about how outnumbered some of these white students are as well, and the bullying, you have to see it to believe it. Sometimes you just like, Man, that's not happening. That's bullshit. No, when you see it, you have a bigger kid bullying a smaller kid, and he's outnumbered, and then also the kids are being fed that they are the oppressor, and then the black guy is a victim, and you have this CRT indoctrination. This is what happens.
Yeah. I want to point out that he's not even connecting. So this kid, yeah, he hit him one time out of all that. Yeah. Yeah.
And as he's beating him, he's calling him bitch ass nigga, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
He's not even black.
This is absolutely horrific and disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the type of shit that is being bred, and then give it a few years, and they are looting the U-Haul trucks, looting the Amazon trucks.
Yeah.
There was just a clip that went viral of an Amazon truck being looted as well.
Yeah.
It's about to be the holidays, guys.
Is this at an airport?
It looks like a parking deck. I think
or
it's
maybe
or on the street, something like that. Yeah.
FedEx.
But they're looting. This is the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, because
all
the FedEx
them
driver,
in their pants.
Yeah, the FedEx driver is not going to definitely protect the assets in there.
Why would he? He'll die.
Yeah, die. The cops are outnumbered, and if the cops do anything, they'll be labeled as and this is a semi truck. Oh my god!
Yeah, this was in Memphis. This was in Memphis.
See, now this is where it might. So this is the problem here. Now I didn't know that this was a federal truck until they panned the view. This is a federal crime, if I'm not mistaken, because the semi trucks are. You have to get a what is it good? DOT, Department of Transportation, something with the federal government. So this might be another issue here. Interesting. Wow.
Yeah. And this isn't the only instance, and the only recent instance. This was just last week, y'all. And people are like, a lot of people like to discredit some of these videos. Oh, this old video. No, these are fresh. This is what the community has become.
Well, I keep saying.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you can play. I'll say it after this one. I saw this one too. Right. Yeah.
These niggas hit the truck. These niggas hit the truck. Okay. Look, working right now.
And he's not gonna. Yeah, he might as well just take off his vest because. Yeah.
Another black man, and the worker is another black person, and you're making their job harder. And the nigga who's filming, these nigga head, these nigga ready. Oh, they hit the truck, like laughing, guys.
And the funny thing is that they're robbing assets that possibly belong to other blacks.
Yeah, in that neighborhood.
Yeah. So it just lets you know the mentality of them.
Exactly. Yeah. So next week, when Javon Taquavius hit the lick on the Amazon Prime truck, and he's playing a PlayStation 5, and one of the niggas in that apartment complex ordered a PlayStation 5, and his order didn't arrive, and he realized Jaquantavius got a new PlayStation 5, and he know Jaquantavius ain't got no money because his trap been done slowed down. He ain't selling no dope. He ain't doing shit. That's why he hitting licks in the first place. When he realizes that, what type of argument is that going to cause? Bruh, give my PS5 back. You delayed my delivery for 6 months. Give my shit back on gang. And now you have an all-out shootout in the hood when everybody was friends beforehand, but now you just stole this nigga's PS5.
And you are right. And people may say, well, you're over-exaggerating with, oh, I got to wait 6 weeks. No, you're absolutely right, man. These devices are made in other countries.
And sold out too.
And people don't understand shipping and logistics. We have a lot of ports that are backed up for weeks. Some shipping boats are backed up, like they can't even dock because there's 100 other boats that need to be unloaded and with these shipping containers. And Negroes don't understand shipping and logistics. So you're right. Some kid might have to wait 6 more weeks because Pookie or in his neighborhood just stole something. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
But this is what I say, man. They need society needs. I gotta say this, man. A lot of these Negroes need to be deported, and I know you can't deport a citizen, but they need to be sent to live in a third world country. They need to be sent away from here, away from civilization, and it needs to be blacks that authorize it. Like people like me. Like I would gladly send these little chimpanzees to Liberia or some other black country because they are really
out of here.
Yeah, and they will really learn what can quickly happen to you if you still in those countries.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And you know, this type of stuff, it's just a snowball effect. It's a ricochet.
Yeah.
If you're stealing people's shit, it's gonna come back around on you. And here's the thing, they're so brazen with it. This video comes out of Philadelphia. They're so brazen with it. They're trailing behind the truck. Pooh shiesty mask, Pooh shiesty mask, Pooh shiesty mask. Tripping and falling, got their pants sagging, can't do shit right. They go break into somebody's house, force them into their home. Look, the child.
Baby there, yeah.
Look at this child.
See, and you know, crime like this, I'm gonna be very careful because I'm gonna say something. You gotta start making Christmas ornaments out of these types, man.
Facts.
Because they're not gonna stop. You gotta set examples with people, man. Like this is egregious. This is somebody's little kid here.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, these niggas will kill this child. They will. Damn. They will. I've done stories on it before. Home invasions gone wrong. They wiped out the whole family. I'm telling you right now, they will take this child's life and not think of it. They will laugh. They will roll up a blunt and dedicate it to the bodies that they caught. I'm telling you right now, catching bodies to these niggas are like accolades. They're like, you know, V-Bucks in 2K. This is how they look at it. Yeah. So you guys have to understand, they steal the safe, as you can see.
So they knew that. So they probably knew this person. Then.
Yeah. They knew a safe was in there.
Yeah.
And they caught him lacking.
Yeah, you gotta have to, I mean, you know, like I really, I mean, I don't know what the relationship was between that person that got robbed. Maybe he, you know, was a criminal himself. But possibly. Had that been an innocent person, I think you're gonna have to start making Christmas ornaments out of people, man.
Yeah.
And if you catch my drift, yeah, I'm gonna be very careful with that one. Yeah.
But I mean, this is the type of shit that's going down. This is another one coming out of Philly. No audio, but y'all see what time it is. These super gremlins are on demon time. As you can see, pointing, arguing, yelling. Pulls the girl back. These are not inexpensive shoes now. This ain't because of poverty. Pulling out the strap. Still doing pointing, talking. Guys, obviously pulling the girl back. I'm telling you, now he feels like he has to prove a point. Murders him. Boom. Broad daylight. No mask. Sagging pants. Amiri shirt.
Yeah.
Very identifiable Amiri shirt, shoes, clothes, pulling up his pants as he runs. I mean, guys, this is what they're going to turn into if we don't get a hold of them at a very young age. This is normal in the community, guys.
Yeah.
And people are scared. People are afraid. And people want to fight back. People want to fight back, but they're handcuffed by the government by the local governments, the Soros-funded DAs. They're handcuffed. So it's a damn shame.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe, hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pop.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more
shit
do
off.
you want from me?
Still looking for the suspects wanted in a string of armed robberies in the Northeast.
Now, this map shows the location of each armed robbery. The violence happening on both sides of Roosevelt Boulevard. CBS Philadelphia's Madeline Wright spoke with one of the victims.
Residents are on high alert after 5 armed robberies happened in Northeast Philadelphia in the first week of November. Police say all the victims were either pistol whipped or punched in the face.
Damn.
That's unbelievable. It's like a regular stuff now.
Karam Sampson lives on Kindred Street, the same block where one of the robberies took place. In that incident, police say the victim was dropped off in front of a home on November 6th when 5 people walked up from behind. They pointed a gun at his head, punched him in the face, and stole his phone and cash.
They need to stop, or somebody need to come and make them stop. That's all I gotta say.
Point blank.
People are not safe on the streets these days.
Another robbery happened on Glenview Street around midnight November 7th. The victim, Ernesto Moran, only speaks Spanish. I talked to him over the phone. Dígame qué pasó el otro día enfrente de su hogar. Moran says he was parked in front of his home when a group of men approached his car. He says they opened his door, put a gun to his head, and threatened to shoot if he moved.
Me golpeó la cabeza con la pistola.
They pistol whipped me, he says, and took my wallet. Ida Nofa is Moran's neighbor who lives across the street.
It's a shame, and it shouldn't be happening. You know, we'll put them more secure and hope we're safe in the house.
As for Karam Sampson, he said...
And I just want to point out, you got old ladies like this, women like this who have lived on these streets of Philly and have seen the whole neighborhood transform in a very short amount of time. I mean, obviously, she's most likely lived a lot of her life there, but they've seen the city transform, and they've seen who's gone out and who's come in. So yeah, they know the full story, and their voices are not heard. And if they are heard, they're silenced. Old ladies like this, right? They don't have nowhere to go. They ain't moving because you can't push them out of their home. Strong women. But they've seen what has happened. They've lived it. They've watched it for decades. And they watched the neighborhood transform from being able to drop off the milk at your front door to not being able to have any type of decorations outside your house, except litter, blunt guts, blunt wraps, McDonald's bags, Burger King bags, Wendy's bags, you know, Arizona iced teas, fucking, what's some other shit? Taki bags. You know, she's seen it all. She's seen the neighborhood transform. So she could tell you what happened, but they don't really want to hear the full story.
And I hope we're safe in the house.
As for Karam Sanson, he says he hasn't felt safe living on Kindred Street ever since a stranger robbed him at gunpoint last year.
They took everything. My money, my car, everything. I thought he just wanted to take my phone, but he told me to give me the key too. I was like, okay.
He says more needs to be done to address violent crime in the city. In Northeast Philly, Madeline Wright, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Telling you guys, this is only heating up in Philly. Got another story of a husband, father, gunned down while out grocery shopping. So, like I said, the black men who are trying to do the good thing, trying to do the right thing, are being killed by these super gremlins on demon time.
A man running out for some groceries is gunned down in the Overbrook section of the city, and his mother believes it was a case of mistaken identity. Here's Rick Williams with tonight's Crime Fighters Report.
Quinzel Bradley Brown was a husband, father of 4, and former National Guard reservist. The 28-year-old also had a lot of interest.
He loved the hip-hop industry. He was a comedian.
And that was the death of him right there. There you have it. I mean, although his death was not necessarily hip-hop related, hip-hop culture has direct culpability in this man's passing. And I would stand on that. I guarantee before the little ninjas who pulled out and killed him, they were listening to some hardcore hip hop lyrics. I guarantee that.
And I guess I understand this one. Yeah.
And in the sports, he was like a soft-spoken poet.
On Thursday, September 8th, 2022, Quinzel had run out for some groceries. At 8:58 p.m., police were called for reports of a person with a gun at the intersection of 63rd Street and Lebanon Avenue in Philadelphia's Overbrook section. When they arrived, they found Quinzel had been shot multiple times. He was pronounced dead at the scene. His mother says he hadn't even lived in the area a year.
He was there for 7 months. He moved there in February. By September, he was murdered.
Woo! And just like that.
Yeah.
And moving to Philly, this is why you guys must watch my channel. If he watched my channel, it would have saved his motherfucking life. Because I would have told you right there. He could have been in the comments section. Should I move to Philly? Absolutely not. 525 plus murders in 2021 and rising. Guys, it's not a joke. Philadelphia is a no-go zone. Just like LA, just like Atlanta, just like all these other major Democrat cities.
The city of Philadelphia is offering up to $20,000 in reward money for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible. All you have to do is call the Citizens Crime Commission at 215-546-TIPS. All calls will remain anonymous.
Speak up, because this can't keep happening. Like, my son was a good person. He wasn't into the street life, and he did not deserve this. They basically out here killing people that, like, they destroying families.
For Crime Fighters, I'm Rick Williams for Action News at 10 on PHL 17.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.